Hey all, and welcome to this new devotion for Bites of Bread. Hope that you had a wonderful Christmas and that you also had a blessed New Year as well. Earlier in the day, one of my buddies from high school, he ended up posting something on Facebook about marriage, and it literally had me laughing out loud. I wanted to read to you some of these posts. One says, commercial break, husband silent. Fight scene, husband completely and utterly silent. Quiet dialogue scene. Husband, so let me tell you about the history of rockets. None of us have spouses that do that to us, right? Then, I got a few other ones that I want to show you too. There are two kinds of people. The ones that pack 6 days before a trip, and the ones that wake up day of and realize they need to do a load of laundry, and they marry each other. Finally, there's this other one. I told my husband I wanted to buy an expensive blender. He said we don't need an expensive blender. Long story short, how long should I wait before I tell him it arrives tomorrow? Not that Sarah knows what that last one is like at all. That's the thing about us as spouses. We typically are very different creatures than each other. Not just because men and women are very different from each other to begin with. God told us so in creation. But husbands and wives are different from each other, and that's part of the reason that we attract to each other a lot of times too. And we're attracted to that because we understand that that person, they complement ourselves. They help us in our weaknesses, and they help build us up in our strengths. And we love that about them. But then something tragic sometimes happens. It happens to us all. And that's that we start to look at how they're different from us and get mad at them for it. Instead of thanking God that they are different from us, because who would want to be married to yourself or anyone like yourself? We all of a sudden start thinking, what did I do marrying this kind of person? Which is just never good. Instead, take a look at your spouse. Take a look at why you fell in love with them in the first place. Understand, they're that person that God has given you. Out of everyone in the world, God gave them to you. What a special gift. And all their weaknesses, that's what you can help them with. And all their strengths, you can encourage them up, just as they do the same for you. But what about these times when we're so mad at each other over the little things? Understand them for what they are, just the little things. It doesn't matter if you squirt toothpaste out of the tube a little differently than each other. It doesn't matter how you load the dishwasher, although it can feel like that's a huge job. No, what matters is that you made a promise to each other. A promise that you would love each other to the day that you died. And thank God that He's in this journey with you. Always look to Him, and thank God that He has given you a spouse much different than you. Amen.